Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Jarrah Brand, aka Stunner Assassin. And of course, Assassin family, your girl is back. And we are finna do our review for Wax to Riches over on Netflix. We are on episode 8, and which is the last episode of Wax to Riches over on Netflix. So I can't wait for season 2. But it is titled It Takes a Village. And baby, I cannot wait to see what is going to go on, unlock, and get jam packed in our final episode of Wags to Riches. I have been loving and enjoying the ladies over here. And if you've been enjoying Wags to Riches like I have, you know, tap in, tune in, let your girl know, comment down at the bottom. Also, you guys, thank y'all for just showing love, showing support, and also shout out to our newest assassin for joining us over here in the assassin family. What it do, my silent but deadly ninja. So y'all, let's go ahead and get this thing cracking and unlocked. And baby, let's see what the wags are finna give us on today slash tonight's slash. Yes, yes, yes. So, welcome, Assassin family. So, as we get into our opening scene of Wax to Riches, it is our girl, Miss Nikita Hill. She is in the kitchen with her mom, and they are prepping and making dinner. And, they are talking about, her life, what's been going on, and what is she going to do, once the baby gets here. Like, is she going to breastfeed? How is she, you know, looking into the future as a mom. And I'm loving to see, Miss Nikita and her mom together, and just to see the relationship and the bond and the dynamic of their relationship. And as they are in the kitchen, talking and prepping and making dinner, Miss Kita shares that um, she has an event planned, for her Tyrell, which is her husband, and the rest of the ladies, they're gonna go to his volleyball camp that he hosts, and I think is which is a very lovely and beautiful scene. And then we get very serious where we see a moment where Miss Nikita shares with us about when Tyrell was arrested and he was on his way to the game, and how there was a situation, and it was like a very scary situation at the time when it happened and it occurred. And just to make it through that and see how everything was handled, it just goes to show that our girl Miss Nikita is a ride or die, and she's gonna speak out, and she's gonna be a voice for the people, and that you have to love and respect and most definitely give honor to. And y'all, like I said, while they're in the kitchen still, cooking and talking, whipping it down, you know Miss Nikki shares, the meal gonna be juicy. It's gonna be real juicy. And I ain't gonna lie, it do look like it's going to be banging, okay? But like I said, we get to see our girl, her mom, and just seeing Miss Nikita in wife mode, mom mode, daughter mode is just a very beautiful thing to see. And then you guys, we get into our next scene, and it is our girl, Miss Alexis. Now, as y'all know, over here on Ways to Riches, our girl, Miss Alexis, has been seeing a young gentleman, and they've been taking things slow. They've been getting to know one another. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. My ring got fell out. But yeah, like I was saying, Miss Alexis and the young man have been getting to know one another, and so on today slash tonight, we're gonna see Miss Alexis go over, and baby, Miss Alexis is in the kitchen, and she's whipping it up, baby. She finna throw down, and it's just nice to see, you know. Miss Alexis out on the day, and like I said, Mrs. Alexis is a very real down to earth person. So they are having like serious conversations and talks and plans as far as like about relationships and where do they see themselves dating and how everything's gonna go, and just what is to be a partner in this day and age. And it's just very beautiful to see because we see that Miss Alexis still has ties to her ex-husband, and which she should, because guess what, they are a family and they have kids together, and it's just a very beautiful moment to see. And Miss Alexis even explains, hey, true enough, her and her ex are not together, they're still a family, and you know it's a growing thing, and they are in a very mutual and understanding place, and that I love to see. And just to see her even express these things to him and them have this conversation on their date. It just goes to show that Miss Alexis is very much so, look here, we need to get to the point. We need to talk about the things that we need to discuss. We need to get them handled the way we need to get them handled for us as a couple. And, just to see Miss Alexis, smiling, laughing, having a good time, just enjoying herself is such a lovely thing to see. And not only that, it's just also goes to show that look, when you meet a woman, baby, well, she know what she wants, she know what she want. And you need to know what you want too. Okay? Big purr. And I just love how the dates just smiles, giggles, love, and joy. Cheers, Miss Alexis, girl. You better do that, baby. Okay. Well, y'all, as we get into our next scene. So yes, 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 y'all. As we get into our next scene, we are at our girl Miss Nikita's volleyball event, and of course, everyone is showing up. We see our girl Portia, we see Miss Sherelle, we see Ashley. The ladies are in all black, but of course. And baby, it's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be a vibe. We having good times, baby. The booties is out, the skin is popping, it's glistening. Everybody, like I said, everybody looking good. Everybody in all black. It's just giving a vibe, a moment to turn up. Like it's the family out, the kids out. It's just joy. It's just giving time and family well spent together. And we just see the kids on the beach with the family having fun. We see the dads, getting out the shirts, baby. It's time to play the ball. It's time to get into the field, baby. Ah, ah. Okay, baby. They having themselves a good time out here on the Miami Beach. And it's just good to see everyone all together. And the ladies, like I said, looking beautiful. And then, of course, our girl MJ pulls up, aka Miranda. Okay, one of our names, Alexis. Don't take this. Alexis. I'm gonna put MJ song in here so y'all guys can go look it up, listen to it, stream it, let the girl know. I ain't slime, I know Alexis. But like I said, we see our ladies, and while we are out on the beach, we see our girl MJ and Miss Alexis catch up. After their last conversation about what MJ's plans were moving forth and her relationship and what she was deciding to do. And this is what I love to see on Wax the Riches, the sisterhood of just the ladies coming together, being there for one another, actually pouring into each other, having these conversations. And we found out from our girl MJ that you know things are moving forward, and her plans to still do music, be a boss, and just take care of her kids are what is the most important in the forefront. And that's how she's gonna handle this situation. She's like, there's still love there between her and her kid's father, but right now, she's planning for working towards her future, and that's what's most important. And I love to see that our girl MJ is just so beautiful and just so thriving and grinding in this. I love it. So then, y'all, we see everybody out. Our girl Miss Sade done pulled up, and baby, everybody's giving hugs, showing love, and having a good time. Baby, I'm saying it's looking good. Everybody, it's just a vibe. It's a vibe. It's the joy. We even get a scene from the men, Then we jump back and see all the ladies, sitting down, having conversation, talking, and then we go back to the men. It's just a very lovely, lovely day at the beach. It's giving joy. It's giving sun. It's giving family. It's giving smile. It's giving sunshine. It's just giving what it needs to be gave. And that's that on that big prayer. And then, we see our ladies walking around on the beach too, having a good time, having a good moment. Before they start the volleyball game. And we hear that, it takes a village to raise a family, which it does. But like I said, y'all, we get out here on the sand, we get out here on this volleyball field, baby, and it's time to play. Baby, they finna get out here to it. You know, the ladies are athletic, have played sports, been in the military, and the men, they've been doing this training their whole life, so they've been ready for this. You know, it's just a day at the beach. They having themselves a good time. Everybody's having fun, laughing, enjoying themselves, hitting the ball over and back and forth across the net. And baby, at one moment, our girl, Miss Nikita, takes a hard dive into the sand, because the game was getting, wild out here. They was having themselves a good time and enjoying themselves, but in the midst of things, having fun and having a good time, things happen. But good thing Miss Nikita is okay. She's not hurt. She's still, playing and wiping off the sand. And baby, next thing you know, baby, they said, Nikita, move to the back. Nikita, move to the back. You out here pregnant playing. So then next thing you know, y'all, we see our girl Portia. And Portia was like, y'all seen how Keita fell down? And next thing she said, baby, I'm not doing it. It won't be me. MJ said, yeah, I understand, girl. She said, we too pretty. We too pretty. We out here playing and doing all that anyway. Which is very true because the ladies do look good in all black. And then, y'all, while it is going down, guess who shows up? Our girl Jules. And she shows up with Ryan Garcia, which, if you don't know, Ryan Garcia is a famous boxer. And baby, let's just say the tea gets the sipping, and everybody is like, Jules here? What's tea? She brought Ryan Garcia. What's tea? It's a lot of tea. It's giving. It's a lot happening. It's a lot going on. And baby, you can just see it's gonna be a very interesting day at the beach, okay? So Ashley comes over, sits down with Portia and MJ, and she was like, y'all see that? I had to come take me a seat and take me a drink. Because she was like, I find it very interesting that you brought a boxer to a family event. When you want to always fighting. Ashley, girl. And then we even get a scene from our girl, Miss Alexis, and she says, here it goes to show another example of Jules not understanding the choices of her actions and decisions that she is making amongst the group and how it looks to a certain group of people in what is being portrayed and more so put out. And, it's just very interesting to see and also understand exactly what Miss Alexis is coming from because it's like, girl, we had a conversation, we went out to drinks, we talked about this. I thought we were on the same page, and now you showing up here to this family event, and it's just giving. You didn't care nothing about what I said. You didn't care nothing about what I was talking about, and I don't even think it's necessarily what it was. I just think things happen. People like, well, hey, I'm going here, and this time I need to go, and I need to bring this person with me. And our girl, we get to see from our girl, Miss Nikita says, look, I don't know, Jules. I know there's been like a lot of misunderstanding going on with the girls and the rest of the ladies. And she's like, I don't know her, so I have no issue with her. I'm just, I'm a girl's girl. Let's have a good time. Let's have fun. And that's what I like about Miss Kita. And baby, as we see our girls having that talk, Miss Nikita having that talk, then we shift over to our girl Ashley, Portia, and MJ. And baby, let's just say the tea is spilling, the tea is getting hot, and the girls is talking, baby. And it's just very interesting to see. Yeah, I don't care. I ain't even pick it up. This second time in the fail. Oh well. See it in real time. But yeah, it's just very interesting to see this dynamic and how it's playing out and how everybody is handling and maneuvering themselves at this day at the beach. And, as the tea has gotten interesting, as things have picked up, it's nothing but, joy, 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 joy. And baby, wow. Like I said, they're out having good time, family time, enjoying. The game is over, everybody breaks up, and we see all the ladies get together and, they're talking and conversating and just catching up. And it's just a very beautiful thing to see, a very beautiful moment to see. And then, we see all the moms, being together and just doing what moms love to do, which is be nurturing, caring, and just seeing, which is why this title was called It Takes a Village to Raise a Child. And it's just such a beautiful moment and a beautiful scene. And just to see all the ladies together, talking. And then we see in the same scene, our girls, Sade and Jules, they go down and have a conversation about themselves. And, they have a little discussion about everything and what's been going on. And then the next thing our girl, Miss Sade, pulls all the ladies down to the end of the beach. And we got some tea. Our girl said she brought some for everybody. And come to find out, our girl, Miss Sade, is with baby. And it is a turn up, it is a vibe, it is a joy. All the ladies are smiling, laughing. It's just such a beautiful moment. And, everything is just working out. And then we even see her child's father telling the group that he's going to be a dad. So, cheers, Miss Sade. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. And she says she's gonna be talking to the ladies, coming to the ladies for advice. And it's just a moment. It's the scene. It's a vibe. I'm loving, 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 loving. Congratulations, Miss Sade. Congratulations to all of the moms on Wags to Riches. Y'all ladies keep doing y'all thing. So y'all, as we get into our next scene. So yes, 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 y'all. As we get into our next scene, it is our girl, Mrs. Sherelle's event. And baby, let's just say Miss Sherelle done brought out the whole city of Miami, baby. I see some of the girls from Love and Hip Hop, and I see some of the other girls from other reality TV shows and spaces. Okay, baby. Our girl, Miss Ashley done pulled up, Miss Alexis done pulled up. The ladies are looking good. The ladies are coming to the thing, baby. Dressed to kill, baby. Giving the vibe of, just excellence, culture, class, just real style, real elegance, real grace. And baby, it is a very beautiful scene and moment to see. And baby, to see the ladies out and just at this event. And high fashion, the beauty of it all, seeing all the ladies just in one room. Our girl Miss Sade pulls up. She is in all white. She's looking good. Baby, I'm telling you, the ladies, the girls is doing what the girls need to do. The girls is giving what the girls need to give. And then, of course, our girl Miss Portia pulls up, and baby, she is looking good. Pregnancy looks good on these ladies. I'm telling you, the glow, the hair, the skin, it's just giving life, wealth, money, success. Her, y'all, when I say Miss Sherelle know how to throw an event, she knows how to throw an event, baby. Classy, real classy, base for the girls. And everyone, was just talking, mingling, catching up, chit chatting. You know, it's just a real good scene, a real good vibe, real good energy, and I'm loving it. Like, come on, episode 8. It takes a village of wags to riches. This is what your girl want to see. This is what I want to see. And then, y'all, as the ladies are at the party waiting, we see our girl, Miss Sherelle. She's on the boat. She's talking to the private investors and that are investing into her new business. And it's just great to see her, like I said, thriving and doing what she loves and being in a space where she is really, making and bringing and shining a light on Black families and just the importance of owning homes and property. And then, y'all, as we get into the scene some more, we see our girl MJ and we see Stony, and they have arrived. And girl, as they are coming into the party, our girl Miss Sherelle is coming in on the yacht with her investors, and baby, they having a good time. They having a good vibes. They got champagne when they get off the boat. Baby, it's just giving. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party, baby. The money is here. The business is here. The excellence is here. The coin is here. And just seeing all these ladies have this, beautiful moment, and just seeing our girls, like I said, talking, catching up. Everybody is basically working and socializing at the event, and that's what I love to see. That's the vibe I love to see. But then, while we at the party, we get off into the scene. We see the girl. We see our girl Stony over at the bar, and Stoney is sharing a little information that she didn't heard through the streets of Miami with our girl MJ. And baby, let's just say she heard that Miss Sherelle's relationship with her fiance at the time. Um, they in a setup, an arrangement, a meeting up of organizations. And I'm like, baby, wait a minute. Wait, what's T? How you gonna bring this up at this lady's event? At this lady party? Stony, no! Stony, no! Yeah, y'all, we see our girl Miss Sade and all the other ladies, they're all in a circle, just around, talking about their pregnancies, how many weeks and how much further they have to go. It's just a very beautiful moment. I would say I'm loving just see the vibe, the aesthetic, the mood. It's just giving what needs to be gave. I'm just saying. So then Miss Stoney and Miss Sherelle, they gonna have a sit down to the side, and they start to talk and have conversation. And she was like, so yeah, Sherelle. I want to sit down and talk to you because I want to just make sure we are on the same path and have the same understanding. And Miss Sherelle looking at her like, girl, what are you talking about? What's going on? And then, y'all, that is when Stoney drops the bomb to Miss Sherelle. Well, I heard, y'all were in an arrangement and, he has a couple other women and, and Miss Sherelle's like, Stoney, why are you talking to me about this? What does this have to do with anything? Why are you waiting to come to me about this and have this conversation here at my event? And she was like, see, I thought I could trust Stoney, but once again, I see there's still just, some things and issues. And she's like, I'm not understanding why. And she's like, to bring this up, I'm not even sure. But baby, y'all, Assassin Family, Wags to Riches, episode 8, it takes a village, baby. When I say this is how you close things out on a cliffhanger and with a banger, that's what I mean. Oh my gosh. Assassin Family, Assassin Family. It has been your girl, Pretty Sexy Jahra Brand, aka Stone Assassin.